going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of We Need to Talk. This is episode 463. Shout out to all of my replay gang. Shout out to everybody who's been tuning in live. Anyone who has been showing support. Everything is much, much and deeply appreciated. Tonight, I wanted to get into a topic that may be affecting a lot of you all right now. And hopefully it's something that's helpful to carry with you into the future. It's the topic of how to deal with death, how to deal with passings. And I try to move on intuition when I come up with these different topics. And when I see a couple different signs or different things that resonate, I go and make a video or I make an audio or a broadcast. But this one happens in threes. Sometimes it's maybe one or two, or maybe just one incident, one thing that sets it off. This one happened in threes. So I wanted to be sure that I could virtually look you guys in the eye and get this one through to you, because I know it to be something that can be very hurtful, very difficult to deal with, and can put all of us just in a very surreal state of being. And so first, I want to say rest in power to Suzanne Douglas, a well-known actress. She was in Parenthood, Inkwell, How Stella Got Her Groove Back. I think she was also in the Parkers as well. She has passed. After hearing that, I heard about Aisha Fain. Some of you may not know who this is, and some of you very well may know who this is, but she was a regular on a show called Grapevine. You know, if you search the Grapevine on YouTube, it's a discussion-based platform. Definitely one that's well respected. It's a platform that I respect a whole lot myself. And she has been an incredible voice on that show, has given a lot of great input when debates arise on, you know, if we're talking about male and female, just relationships, you know, dating, how we relate to each other, getting through trauma, different things like that. She has some great opinions, great thoughts and feedback on a lot of these topics, and has made an impact, you know, in her community. And so she'll be, you know, in the realm of not just social media, but our own alternative media space. She's been somebody that has been very, very much influential in the community as far as just thought leaders are concerned, and you know, the conversations that attract me, especially if they have to do with healing, growth, relationships, etc. So I found my way onto her some time ago, and she, you know, definitely somebody who will be missed, to say the least. I enjoyed her energy for sure. And if you're not familiar, definitely check out the Grapevine. She left a trail of a lot of great content. Third thing, and I didn't get to dig too much into this my last broadcast, but Sha'Carri Richardson, the genesis or the origin of her being unable to compete and her using marijuana, etc., was due to the fact that she lost her mom, you know, maybe a week prior, you know, to that time frame. And, you know, that in connection with these passings, you know, I want to definitely remember our queens, and I know we'll do so in our own way, but I also wanted to offer just my perspective on dealing with death, on dealing with passings, because I can identify with, you know, Miss Richardson on the strength of losing your mom, losing my mom, and what that means and what type of effect that has. And for me personally, the way I look at dealing with death or moving through to the other side is, number one, allowing for the process to happen, allowing for that emotional roller coaster to occur in whatever state it has to happen, not pushing ourselves to get over something in a certain time frame, not diving ourselves into work, or burying ourselves into work as a distraction. Giving ourselves the space that we need to deal, to grieve, to emotionally express. The second thing is to take what we know of that person and to celebrate it. To celebrate it, and then consequently to honor it by embodying one or multiple elements from that person's spirit, aura, perspective, behavior pattern, viewpoint, or the work that they were doing when they were alive, and taking that almost as a baton, so to speak, and then moving forward and living your life in honor of that person by virtue of you taking a little piece of who they were and keeping that alive, keeping that in rotation, keeping other people in benefit of that person's legacy by virtue of whatever you take with you, whatever you embody and live. So that's how we can essentially keep someone alive, keep someone's spirit alive, because they live within us, but then their impact doesn't die, because we can live through, take on some of their characteristics. Because number one, these people in our lives or in entertainment, etc., they wouldn't be loved and adored if they didn't have qualities that should be perpetuated, or should be, spread amongst the masses, or something that would be an addition to us if we added a little bit of that. If that person was volunteering a lot, made a big difference in the community, wouldn't hurt us to do some of that. Wouldn't hurt us to add some of that. This person was deep into laughter, they were always laughing and staying positive, wouldn't hurt us to get into those spaces, to use humor and get ourselves out of poor, emotional functioning, or, to be positive, or to seek positivity, or to have that person's voice resonate, or just maybe it may be as simple as just telling someone else about this friend, this family member, individual that has passed, telling somebody else about their story, right? Incorporating their story in some project that you're working on, and just to give the exposure of the elements that this person carried with them, the pieces of them that should be immersed in society, dispersed in society, and promoted. Because number one, it helps us heal because we keep a part of that person. Number two, it keeps that person's essence alive, and it spreads it even further than their reach, in a lot of cases. Because if this is somebody who's not entertainment or not in the public eye, this is somebody that with whatever platform you have, you can continue this person's legacy moving forward. And this allows you to have a sense of honor when you are exemplifying or exalting this person's legacy and what they stood for. And you're carrying that mantle and letting people know that you're here to improve society, or at least improve your circle based on who this person was and what they represented. Because we want to shy away from hyper focus or an over focus on the elements that we cannot change. In death, in most cases, it cannot, once it happens, it happens. And sometimes it's not even preventable. So, we want to be sure that, we don't spend too much time there, but we do find our way to spend time and energy on healing first, allowing for that process to happen, and then being open to honoring that person through our actions, thought processes, even if it's just us that change, right? Maybe we were around this person, didn't soak up everything, but then once they passed, that was the milestone that we needed to really change our life and to really get things together, and we owe them at least that, to be motivated by their best and to learn from their worst and to continue moving forward with what we have left, which is the gift of life. And so just wanted to offer that to anybody who's going through a passing, dealing with a passing, dealing with a death, or much more, a tragic death or sudden death or anything like that of a loved one, somebody that you cared for. Just know that you have my support, my prayers, my energy as well. And I'm always, to this day, still continuing to honor my mom and her legacy, and what she instilled in me, what she taught me. And that has been the key motivator to everything that I have sought to change, to be it in impact, and the drive that I have now and have had since that day has been due to my effort to honor her. And so, as long as there's breath in my body, this will be the reason behind everything. This will be the drive. This is the drive and the consistency, right? So we're all capable of doing that, and it's an honor to be in a space to honor the ones that we love, and it puts us in an action mode as opposed to feeling as though we are victimized or captivated by that passing, and there's nothing we can do. And that's a very tough state to be in when you feel like you don't have any control over life. So sending my prayers, sending my energy, blessings to you guys, and I will see you as soon as possible tomorrow night. Take care.